All right, Shalom. I'd like to start up with saying, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Harikah Kwadash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and my elder here, one as well. Salutations to the argument that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm Khanak Sha'am by Yasharallah from the Lions in the Yasharallah camp. This is going to be another quick news and prophecy. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to serve His purpose for the hopeful elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, and this particular article says, Iran claims responsibility for strikes near US Consulate in northern Iraq, millionaire businessman killed in the attack. It says, Iran has claimed responsibility for missile strikes that exploded near the US Consulate in Iraq's semi-autonomous Kurdish region late Monday. Iran's Revolutionary Guard said that they targeted spy headquarters and the gathering of anti-Iranian terrorist groups near Erbil, the capital and most populated city in Kurdistan. It says 4 civilians were killed and 6 were wounded in the attack that saw 10 missiles rain down in an area near the U.S. Consulate, the Security Council of Kurdish Regional Government said. The dead include prominent local businessman Sherwal Dazai and his family members, a former deputy speaker of Iraq Kurdistan Parliament, Himin Harami. It says the rocket struck the home of the multimillionaire who has a large portfolio of real estate and security services companies and was close to the Kurdish ruler. I guess this is a picture of him right here. It says another rocket hit the home of a senior Kurdish intelligence official, and a third struck the Kurdish Intelligence Center, Iraq's security sources told Reuters. The Iraqi says the Slakia. Hold on, it says, all right, it says Iraqi Kurdish Prime Minister Masroor Barzani called the rocket strikes a crime against the Kurdish people, right? And, there's going to be a lot of things like that happening as long as the United States has their involvement anywhere around in the Middle East. Places close to them are going to be targeted. And ultimately, it's going to lead to all out, them touching U.S. soil, not just military bases and consulates around the globe, but actually bringing the heat right here on U.S. soil. It says no U.S. facilities were struck or damaged, a U.S. official told the Associated Press. It says neither the new U.S. Consulate building nor the U.S. troop base at Erbil International Airport appeared to be targeted, but an anonymous official with an Iranian-backed Iraqi militia told the Associated Press that 10 missiles launched by Iran's Revolutionary Guards fell in the affluent areas near a large new consulate. So, before you would have a situation where you wouldn't see anything happen anywhere near a United States owned facility, on non-U.S. soil. But what you're having happen now, you have reports of military bases getting struck or getting attacked. Not only physical attacks, but cyber attacks. You have this attack that when missiles landed near a United States consulate, and Iran is taking taking the credit for it. And you have what happened? You had North Korea shooting missiles once again over South Korea, sending warnings. China wrapping up, giving their points of views on how they feel about the new elected so-called president of Taiwan. There's a lot of things going on and happening around the globe right now, and a lot of it, a majority of it, if not all of it, is centralized around the United States in some kind of way. It says a United States defense official who spoke at the outlet on the conditions of an anonymity to discuss details not yet made public said the United States had tracked the missiles, and initial indications found that they were reckless and impulsive. It says Iran said it struck the headquarters of Israeli Mossad intelligence agency in a statement claiming responsibility for the strikes. In response to the recent atrocities of the Zionist regime causing the killing of commanders of the guards and the axis of residence. It says that one of the main Mossad espionage headquarters in Iraq's Kurdistan region was destroyed with ballistic missiles, the guards said in a statement. Alright, it says in a separate but concurrent attack, the guards said that they also struck terrorist operations, including Islamic State's targets in Syria, and destroyed them by firing a number of ballistic missiles. Iran had vowed to avenge the killing of these guards members who were serving as a military advisor in Syria last month. All right, just how the elder brought out, been bringing out for a couple of weeks. Going into this is really a battle of it's a religious war. You have the political Zionists against the well, I guess you would say, yeah, the Islamic State versus the political Zionists, and this is what's really all this is about. And America has their hands all in it. It says, we assure our nation that the Guards' offensive operations will continue until avenging the last drops of martyrs' blood, the Guards' statement said. So they're saying they're going to be shooting more missiles, man. And then eventually, anything that happens over there, United States has their hands somewhat involved in it. It says, Iran's missile attacks come amid increasing concerns that the ongoing Israel-Hamas war in Gaza could spill over into other parts of the regions as tensions grow between each side. All right? And guess who's going to have to ultimately get involved? The United States of America, man. All right? The United States of America is going to have to get involved because why? They're allied to Israel. So you see a lot of movement going on in the Middle East, so-called Middle East, over in the South China Sea and over in the Korean Peninsula. And United States is somewhat involved in all of them. All right, let me get a scripture to close it out real quick. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 1. And you're gonna continue to hear these scriptures over and over, and they're gonna sound like a broken record. But nobody's gonna ever be able to say that they weren't warned, man. Because as men of the Lord, we're sent out here to prophesy, man, to warn the people, to warn the people to give people hope of salvation and give people the judgment of what's to come, man. and there's going to be a big judgment against the United States of America, which is Babylon the Great. This is Jeremiah 51:1. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will rise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind." All right. All right, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Right. So all these different involvements in these different proxy wars that the United States in the middle of, they're going to ultimately turn into a hot physical war, which is drawing America into the war, and America's going to be fighting on multiple fronts like Babylon was doing at one point in time. I think Nineveh fought on multiple fronts too. So it's kind of crazy because Iran being the Persians, and also you have the Medes, which being Russia, is ultimately against this place and is going to rise up against and to battle against this place. All right, in verse 2 it says, "And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and empty her land, for in that day of trouble they shall be against her round about." And that's ultimately what you see stirring up, is all these nations rising up against America, Babylon the Great. It says, "Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, against him that lifteth himself up in his brigading, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all of her hosts." Right. So all the military bases, everything that America has associated with it, the Lord is going to destroy, man. All right. So against him that bendeth, all right. Again, so who's been shooting off a lot of missiles at different places? America has. So what they're doing is they're getting back what they put into the earth, man. And ultimately, they're the ones that introduced nuclear warfare into the art of war, and ultimately that's what's going to happen to end the United States as we see it. It says, "Thus that the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets." Right. And that's what's going to happen. There's no escaping. The only way to escape out of this situation is through salvation, man. All right. It says on verse 5, it says, "For Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. For the time of the Lord's vengeance, he will render her unto her a recompense." Right, and this is what you've been witnessing, that being rendered unto America by Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai. Right, so there's no the Lord is going to render unto America the recompense that it's deserved, which is ultimate destruction, man. So that's why you're going to see a lot of these things unfolding in the earth, different proxy wars or different like bombings happening near United States bases. Ultimately, it's going to end up happening here on the United States soil. All right, so these are the things to look forward to come. But ultimately, that lets us know our salvation is nearer than what we once believed. All right, Lord willing, this lesson to edify and serve His purpose. With that, I'd like to say, Ka Halayim La Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Harikah Kwadash, my mouth. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and my elder Heroin as well. Salutations to the argument of pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.